Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another installment of Draft for the Win. We'll be drafting Origins today. This is the pre-release, as you can see on the left. So I'm fairly excited. This will be the first time I've ever touched the cards, being as I only play in the digital realm. We need one more person to get started, so it'll be me, Robert, and my girlfriend's cat, Violet, with you tonight. Wish us luck. Alright, so we've got a very good rare in our opening pack right now. I'm going to resize so that we can see a little better. We have the Will Breaker, which means that I just need to find some way of getting recurring target to make this good. It's a build-around engine. Possessed Scab is also really awesome. It's not going to table to us, unfortunately. We have one of the collectible commons and suppression bonds. We also have the Sky Snare, but I really think that Will Breaker is going to be the best card we can get. Really, any kind of recurring target that I want to be doing anyway is going to make this very good. So we'll select that and go for a slightly more interesting variants. We'll see what we get next pick and see if we're indeed going to go this way. Okay, so there's a Turn to Frog. There is a Ringword Owl. There's the Knight of Pilgrim's Road. So really, I mean, Infectious Bloodlust is good. Nintoku Husk is really good. Ringword and Owl is really awesome. It would be another 5-drop, unfortunately. Artificer's Empathy is not real great. Turn to Frog is reasonable. I think that I'm going to go with the Knight this pick. 3/2 Renown for 3. It's pretty awesome. So I have Jessian Thief, Stratus Walk, Infernal Scarring. It's okay. Healing Hands is okay. So it's between Jessian Thief, Stratus Walk, and Ringword Owl at this point. I'm not in the market for Titanic Growth yet. I haven't seen much in the way that says go green. I think that I'm going to take the Jessian Thief simply because it fits a more aggressive strategy. And I don't necessarily want to be playing Will Breaker. I mean, this is pretty decent also, but definitely the Thief at this point. I don't have enough to bring about the artifact capping. Okay, so here's a Sigiled Starfish. I'm not hyper aggressive yet, but I am leaning that direction. Amprin Tactician is good. Cleric of the Forward Order is also good. So I have 3 very powerful choices that I could make. After that, there's the Bone to Ash, Rabid Bloodsucker, Revenant, which if I was in black, I would be definitely saying yes to. But since I'm not, it's between the 2/2 and the 0/3. And I think I want the consistent scry of the 0/3 at this point. Okay, so we have the 4-drop Renown. We also have a Crone Jailer. So either of these is really good. And War Oracle is just so much better than a Crone Jailer that even though there is some synergy here, I may still table this or be able to pick it up later. Other cards of note is the Guardian Automaton. Send to Sleep is reasonable. Dark Dabbling is actually good, but I don't know that I really want to jump ship into black-blue. And I think that War Oracle is just that much stronger. So we'll take it and see if we can make the blue-white deck happen. So there's Send to Sleep, Enlightened Aesthetic, which is good, but not that good. Valor of Akros, which is pretty awesome, but I'm thinking about Calculated Dismissal. Calculated Dismissal is really awesome. It fits a pretty significant role in the mid to late game. And it's something that I'd be looking to cast on like turn 4, really. And I think it's better than Valor, although I think I am going to take... No, I'm going to take Calculated Dismissal. If I can get the Valor back, awesome. If not, whatever. Consecrated Blood is good. Not in black, although I'm kind of leaning towards wanting to jump out of white or blue into black. Fairy Miscreant could be good. I'm not insane about it. It may just be a Water Courser. Yeah, I think that I'm going to take the Fairy Miscreant. I don't want to overload on 3. Here the pickings are getting kind of slim. Don't want to take this 2-drop, so we'll take the Healing Hands. It's kind of a divination. I mean, LSV calls it a divination, so I may as well treat it as one at this point until I know better. Magmatic Insight is not worth changing colors for. Smash to Smithereens is awful. The Recluse is okay, but really I think that I want Healing Hands. Well, Possessed Scab came back. Screeching Scab is in this pack, which is a good card. But I think I'm going to take the Possessed Scab. No, I can play the Screeching Scab in either... Yeah, I'm going to take the Screeching Scab. I don't have enough instants or sorceries worth playing. The Ringworn Owl is the next one that I'm going to pick up. I need to change how I'm sorting. There we go. That'll help me see what I'm doing a little better. So not really anything I want to be playing here, so I'll just take the best card in the pack, which is the Aether Grid. I might splash it, I don't know. We'll see what I pick up. Macabre Waltz has some interesting uses. Gather the Pack has some usages. Reclaim is fine. So we'll just kind of take Reclaim and say whatever. Send to Sleep is reasonable, but Guardian Automaton seems better. And since I only have one 4-drop, we'll take it. Enshrouding Mist is a fine card. We might get some use out of it, and then go to the sideboard. Overall, not a bad pack 1. Okay, so Abbot of Carol Keep is an awesome red card, but not really what I'm looking to be doing. Scab Goliath is pretty good, but I'm looking more at things like Celestial Flare and Heavy Infantry. And I think it's going to be Celestial Flare, since I'm running light on the actual removal. I don't have any bounce yet, and I don't have an actual kill spell, and I already passed up the Hobble. So Celestial Flare will be what it is for now. Maybe we'll table the Scab Goliath. Maybe we'll table the Heavy Infantry. We can most definitely table a Water Courser or a Calculated Dismissal. So Celestial Flare it is. Okay. So here we have Vren Wingmare, which is where I'm leaning towards right away. I don't have another Clash of Will, or I already have something like Clash of Wills, so I'm not necessarily going to take it, although I could. Nivix Barrier is alright. A second Fairy Miscreant would not be awful. But I think that Vren Wingmare is just that much better, and I'm already leaning towards a much heavier white-blue aggressive creature deck, or creature deck, not necessarily aggressive. I mean, I have things like Sigiled Starfish. That a 2/1 flyer that makes it harder for my opponent to kill things seems good. I mean, there is things like Reef Soul in the pack, which is pretty awesome. But Wingmare seems to be where it's at for me. Alright, so here it's a choice between Celestial Flare and Claustrophobia. Well, I guess there's also a Towergeist. Do I want the creature or do I want the removal? And I think I want the removal. Double white. I would prefer to be white base than blue base. Wow. Human Artificer. That's pretty good. That would become the second way to turn this on that I have. It's not a consistent way, but it would be my second way. It is double blue, unfortunately. There's another Celestial Flare. There's an Aspiring Aeronaut. There's also Sphinx's Tutelage. So it really depends on what do I want to do, and I think that I'm going to go with Celestial Flare. It's just a really solid removal spell, and having 3 of them is going to make my opponents really think twice about attacking or blocking at any point. So there is a Claustrophobia here, which is going to be the card I take. Really don't feel like taking anything else. So we'll take it. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. We're not really looking for a lot of double blue and double white. We'll take the Crone Jailer. It'll help turn on Willbreaker, since Willbreaker seems to be our kind of win condition at this point. Okay, so Hydra Slash, Aven Battle Priest, Heavy Infantry, or Stratus Walk. I've got enough 5-drops that I don't really want to go there. I've got plenty of 3-drops, although Hydra Slash is really good. I think I want Stratus Walk, either to use on my creatures or to use in conjunction with Willbreaker. Now, Negate is very good. There's also Disperse in this pack. So it's between these two, and I think I'm less likely to see another Disperse than I am another Negate. While Aura Monster is good, I'm not playing the Artifact deck, or the Enchantment deck, so it's just not worth my time. Other than that, nothing that I'm interested in. So Foundry Consoles is alright. Heavy Infantry feels good. Water Courser and Calculated Dismissal are both reasonable. I have a lot of double costs, so the colorless mana is just not good enough. It is. So Nivix Barrier or Clash of Wills. I'm leaning towards a more controlling strategy. So both of the cards are going to be very good. But I think Nivix Barrier is where I want to be at with the Will Breaker in the deck. We'll take another Watercourser. It's a reasonable card. And being able to trade for a real card with 1 mana, like a significantly real card. Okay, so between Scrapskin Drake and Aspiring Aeronaut, I'm going to take the Aeronaut. I'm less glutted on 4-drops. Plus, there's a small synergy with, I forget what it's called, but it's in my deck. So, I'm going to take the Catacomb Slug. Downgrade from the Rotting Mastodon, but it, whatever. It's not a thing in my opinion. Okay, so Enshrouding Mist is cuttable, but it does the same thing as Stratus Walk. Claustrophobia. Alright, so here we have Tragic Arrogance, which is a sweeper. There's also Separatist Void Mage and another War Oracle. I'm going to take the War Oracle because it's just that good. Or maybe I take Tragic Arrogance. I mean, that's not something that I need to be playing on turn 5. That's very good in the late game. So why not? Why the hell not? Go big or go home, right? Turn to Frog would be nice to table, as with the Separatist Void Mage, but I'm not upset if I don't get either one of them back. Okay, so here is Suppression Bonds. Grasp of the Hieromancer, which actually feels better, and another Void Mage. Okay, so those are the ones that I have that combo off with you. Void Mage does not, and Suppression Bonds does not. You actually do. We're going to take Suppression Bonds, even though it doesn't actually combo off. Alright, so we're going to take Topan Freeblade. Renown is just good. And we'll want to play it. More so than even charging Griffin. It does move us towards a slightly more aggressive approach, but that's okay. So Separatist Void Mage versus Negate. I'm going to take the Void Mage. It's a better card. Anchor to Ether versus Valor of Akros. Well, if I was more aggressive than I am, this would be the card that I was going to do. I'm not. So I'm thinking Anchor to Aether. And that is indeed what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have some choices to make, but I can already tell you I am cutting Ringward Aven. It's just one too many double blues that I cannot justify it. you don't really combo. So the cards that target but don't combo go here. And those are more like my heavy removal. The cards that do combo will go right here. Okay. Majoring network, okay. Stratus walk is okay. Aura monster is fine. Even battle priest is reasonable. I'm thinking Stratus walk is what it's going to be. No, I don't have any 6 drops, and I have lots of 2 drops. And I don't need to do any more work on that. Bone to Ash is fine, but Clash of Wills is better, so we'll take Clash of Wills. There's not really anything else in this pack that I care to have. Well, and here now I get the negate, while Scrapskin Drake would be fine. Negate feels better for what I have done. Okay, so between the Heavy Infantry and the Separatist Void Mage, I think I want the Heavy Infantry. I don't need, well, I have plenty of 5 drops already. Let's see, sort by converted mana cost. I have 3 5 drops. And 6, I can do another 5 drop and I can make choices after that. Wow, 2 Blight Casters. Didn't even see the first one when it went through. I think I'm gonna go for the Screeching Scab. There's not anything in here that I really need. And there's not anything here that I can really play. So I think I'm going to take out the Reach Creature. Don't want to deal with it. We'll take the Heavy Infantry again. Whatever. It's reasonable. Valor and Akros. I mean, I guess I could end up going for that really aggressive strategy. It's a possibility. I did a lot of drafting away from that. Stratus Walk is a pick. And then, of course, Gunlands. Alright, so I managed to do a pretty solid 2-color draft. I don't think I made too many draft mistakes. Going back will tell me a lot, though. Alright, so group creatures separately and sort by converted mana cost, because that's going to help me see what I'm doing. Okay, Fairy Miscreant is just a 1/1 flyer in this deck. So let's go ahead and move it up into this spot. So paths to victory include Willbreaker and big owls and hole-making creatures, or big flyers and or hole-making creatures. So here are my creatures that make holes. Don't make holes. So then I'm going to split them into aggressive and non-aggressive strategy. Aggressive strategy. This can go into either. Aggressive strategy, defensive strategy. Could really go into either one. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. This is defensive. Alright, so my creatures definitely lean towards the aggressive strategy. In fact, I have 12, 13, 14, 15 creatures that fit into the aggressive strategy, whereas I have 10 that fit into the defensive. Okay. Then I have things like Clash of Wills, Tragic Arrogance, Suppression Bonds, Valor and Akros, Healing Hands, Celestial Flare in multiples, Disperse, Negate, Stratus Walk, Into the Aether, Calculated Dismissal, Claustrophobia, and Enshrouding Mist. So, I'm thinking that I want to do the aggressive deck. Aggressive is just generally better than non-aggressive. Okay, so if I do aggressive, these all come out, and these all stay in. Let's see if I am still aggressive. Oh wait, I should also take these 6 cards out. Alright, now I can sort. I'm much less aggressive than I was. On my creature base especially. So maybe I do want to go a more mid-rangey strategy. And if I'm going to do that, no to Clash of Wills, yes to Suppression Bonds, yes to Healing Hands, yes to Negate, Sigiled Starfish, Battle Priest, Willbreaker. Ringward Owl can go, or maybe it stays, and cut a heavy infantry. So I need to cut some creatures, so we'll cut a Scab, and we can cut an Owl. Okay, that looks better as a mid-range. Up there. Down here we cut Enshroud, and we cut Valor and Akros. So we're at 25, we need to cut 2 more. We can cut a Stratus Walk, and a Celestial Flare to ease up our mana. Alright, so I think we're good here, and it's just time to add our basic land and submit the deck. Eight, 9 seems like a fair split considering I have doubles in both, and I want to be able to play the doubles, both early and late. Thanks for watching.